Keith Urban is totally showing off his hilarious side these days. Even with all the tough stuff going on in his personal life, like dealing with divorce proceedings from his longtime partner Nicole Kidman, he's keeping things light and fun. Picture this. During one of his concerts on his High and Alive tour at this big arena in Nashville, Keith, who's in his late 50s, decides to interact with the crowd. He grabs his mic and points it out to chat with a fan, and it turns into this super playful exchange that has everyone cracking up. He starts by saying something like, "I'm not gonna like your name," kind of teasing her, and she shoots back with, "It's Nicole." Boom, the whole place erupts in laughter because, that's the same name as his estranged wife. Keith doesn't miss a beat. He dramatically rolls onto his back on stage, throws his hand up in the air, and just lays there for a few seconds like he's processing the coincidence. Then he pops back with this epic comeback. "Did you say Nicole Richie?" pretending like he's mixing her up with someone else famous. It's unreal. "How are you, Nicole Richie? You have a twin." The crowd goes wild, and it's just this perfect moment of humor in the middle of what could be an awkward situation. After that funny bit, Keith keeps the good vibes going by helping this fan share some exciting personal news. She was there to announce her pregnancy to her family, and he jumps right in to make it special. He hops down into the crowd pit, and she's holding up this cute little gray onesie that says, "Smallest Keith Urban fan." It's heartwarming, showing how he's still connecting with his fans on a real level, even when his own life is in the spotlight for not-so-fun reasons. Now, let's dive deeper into the background here because this isn't just a random funny story, it's tied to some major life changes for Keith and Nicole. They've been this power couple in the entertainment world for years, with her being this acclaimed actress and him a country music superstar. But recently their relationship hit a rough patch, and they've been navigating a breakup that's grabbed a lot of headlines. They haven't come out and directly talked about the split in public statements or anything dramatic like that. Instead, Nicole has shared some thoughtful insights about life in general, especially as she's entering a new phase in her 50s. She's opened up about how life doesn't always go the way you plan it, and you have to learn to adapt. For instance, she's mentioned how many times you think you know exactly where your path is headed, but then bam, things shift directions completely. It's like a reminder that no one has it all figured out, no matter how successful or put together they seem. And in another chat, she talked about embracing whatever twists and turns come her way as she gets older. She has 2 teenage daughters with Keith, and she's all about focusing on the positive experiences she's gathered over the years. Like she says, the best part of aging is all the wisdom you pick up from past challenges. You've been through stuff before, so when something similar pops up, you're like, "Okay, I got this, I know I can handle it." She emphasizes that even if you haven't faced the exact same situation, there's always some overlap from previous experiences that helps you push through. And honestly, that's such a relatable mindset. Life throws curveballs at everyone, whether you're a celebrity or just a regular person trying to get by. Nicole talks about how no matter how painful, difficult, or straight-up devastating something feels, there's always a way to get to the other side. You can't just numb it out or ignore it, you've got to feel it, process it, and move forward. It's inspiring, especially coming from someone who's in the public eye and dealing with personal stuff under a microscope. To give you more context on their relationship journey, let's think about how it all started and led to this point. They met way back and quickly became one of those couples everyone roots for. They tied the knot after dating for a bit, and over the years they've built a family together, including their 2 girls. They've supported each other's careers, her in Hollywood with all her award-winning roles, and him dominating the country music scene with hits and Grammys. But like any long-term relationship, they've had ups and downs. There were public moments that showed their bond, like attending events together, laughing and looking happy. But then things started shifting privately. They reportedly began living apart earlier in the summer, which was the first sign that not everything was smooth. Even though they kept it under wraps at first, there were little clues along the way that fans and media picked up on. For example, Keith kicked off his big world tour, traveling all over the US, Canada, and even Australia. That meant a lot of time on the road, which can be tough on any relationship. Their last public appearance together was at a soccer event where they seemed all smiles, but hindsight shows that might have been one of the final happy outings. They even marked a big anniversary milestone with a sweet social media post from Nicole, calling him baby, and sharing a photo, but Keith just responded with a simple heart emoji, no big post of his own. That raised some eyebrows. Then there was this awkward interview moment where Keith was chatting on a radio show, and the host brought up Nicole's on-screen chemistry with a co-star in one of her movies. Out of nowhere, the call drops. People speculated his team hung up because they didn't want to dive into personal questions. No official comment came from his side, which just added to the mystery. Another interesting development was Nicole applying for residency in another country, with plans for Keith to follow suit later due to his tour schedule. They were keeping their main home in Nashville but exploring options abroad, which could hint at wanting fresh starts or more privacy. Their daughter even shared some family insights in an interview, talking about house rules like no fashion work until a certain age and always putting school first. It painted a picture of them as involved parents, even amid changes. As things progressed, legal steps came into play. Nicole's lawyer put together a parenting plan that outlined joint custody for their daughters, with Nicole as the primary residential parent. The girls would spend most of their time with her, but Keith would have them every other weekend. Importantly, no child support was involved on either side, and the plan emphasized creating a loving, stable environment. Both parents committed to not bad-mouthing each other and encouraging the kids to love both sides of the family. It's all about keeping things positive for the children, which is super important in any divorce. Keith signed off on the marital dissolution agreement, noting irreconcilable differences as the reason, and agreeing no alimony would be paid. Nicole followed suit shortly after, and they both had to complete a parenting seminar as required. Even after signing, Nicole was spotted wearing her ring at an event, which sparked more speculation. Maybe she wasn't ready to fully let go publicly yet. But eventually the news of their split broke, confirming they'd called it quits after starting to date way back in the mid-2000s.